Hello my crafty friends, it's Crystal with Happy to Plan. I am going to be doing some creating in my December daily 2024. So if you haven't seen, I did create a couple of videos prior to this for my Christmas in July series. And I did a supplies video, I did a foundations page, and then I did a couple of my starter pages. So my goal is to really get this done by the end of July. So we're creeping up on the end of July, so I'm just going to try to push through and get it done as quickly as possible, but still really make it crafty, cute, and fun. So in order to do that, I did a couple of different things. The first thing that I did was I worked on the layouts for each individual prompt. So for me, I'm all about the prompts. I like to have specific prompts that I work off every year, and I start this from, day one. And then these are kind of like some of the stories that I want to tell for that particular year. So I work from a prompt list. And that's just the way I particularly like to do my December daily. Everybody can do it differently, but that's personally how I like to do it. So for what I did for each of the prompts is I just decided, okay, these are the pictures I want. This is the layout configuration that I want. And then I went in and did that for every single 1 through 25. And then I decided, okay, I'm going to decide on all of the journaling cards that I'm going to use for each of 1 through 25. And then I did all the pictures and I printed all the pictures. So all of my pictures are printed and in this book. And then now what I'm going to do is actually work on each individual prompt. So I did this pocket page already. I did the prompt list already that I just showed you. And so the next thing is going to be to do prompt 2 through 6 is what's going to get done in this video. Now, in order to make sure the video is not an hour long, I did some pre-work. So I decided what I wanted to do for each of the different pages. And then I'm going to go, now we're going to actually put those pages together. So I'm going to put this stuff aside and I'm going to work from on number 2 first. So for prompt number 2, it's going to be reasons that I love decorating the Christmas tree. So in the layout, I have the configuration that I'm going to have this big picture here. This is going to sit behind my prompt list. So my prompt list is a full page spread. And so this is going to sit behind it. It will be outside of the pocket. And so I will need to add something to make sure I can put it into the book, but it's going to be behind this page. So I have this little die cut with the little Christmas tree, and I put the number 2 on it. These numbers came from my Elle Studios collection. And then I want to put this down here. And I'm still debating if I want something around it or if I want to do something to it. So I might do something to it. I also really like this. I love this tree because I truly do love this tree. I probably bought this, probably been like 5 years now that I've had this tree. And I just love how small and thin it is. It just fits in the space so well. And it's just like the perfect little tree. It's long and tall, which I like. So what I basically am going to do is I'm going to have this cute little pocket. I'm going to have this pocket page next to it. I do have this all about my Christmas tree little card here that I filled in. And then I have my little list of the reasons that I love decorating the tree. So I have this little die cut. This came from Elle Studios as well. Pretty much 99% of the stuff that I'm going to tell you about is going to be from Elle Studios because I love their products. So I was going to put this here, and then I made these little stickers that basically say the reason that I love. So I'm going to put this on here as well. I just don't know if I want to overlay it or if I want to put it on I think I'm going to overlay it a little bit. Okay, so I made these little stickers. If you want to find out how I made these, I did do like a tutorial, I guess you could call it, of how I made them. So I'll leave that video at the top if you want to check that video out. Okay, and then I think I'm going to use this little sticker here. This is from Ali Edwards. This is from the last year's advent calendar. So I kind of want to put this up here, but I want to just have another little strip behind it. So that's pretty much what this is going to look like. Get this put together and then we'll come back. All right, so I was able to get everything kind of put together. And now I'm going to go ahead and get this glued on to this other side. And I want to make sure that I'm on the right side. So it goes like this. All right, that's right. And then I have these handy dandy little acetate pop-ins from Felicity Jane. So it has an adhesive on only one side. So generally what I do is I put it in the book just because I want to make sure that it's lined up to the top and the bottom. I might get that in and hopefully it's semi-straight. Looks good enough. And then I'm just going to glue this side to this. I'd really like it to. Okay, we're just going to use Fabri-Tac to get this glued down. And make sure that it's right facing up. That's the right side. Okay. I've been burned before. I have not checked and I have glued things down incorrectly many, many times. Perfect. Okay. So that is my prompt 2 done, which is reasons I love decorating the Christmas tree. Okay, so let's move on to prompt number 3. And prompt number 3 is reasons I love to deck the halls. And I'm going to put reasons I love to deck the halls so I could use this cute little chipboard sticker that's from Elle Studios collection. And so what I have here are a couple of pictures. I have a picture of basically my living room. And then I have I bought some new dishes to match my dish set this year. So I took a picture of those. And then this is a new shelf that I had this year to decorate. So it was really fun to like find things to put there. Pretty much everything on here is new that I bought this year. And then I have my little cheer tray that I love to decorate every year. So I took a picture of that. This little joy candlestick is also new. So I took a picture of that as well. So basically I'm going to put this little guy on here. I just love this, how it kind of pops off the gray of the cabinet. And it doesn't really distract from the picture. So I'm going to put that here. I'm actually just going to attach it with the tiny attacher from Tim Holtz. So let's just go ahead and do that now. And I'm just going to put the stapler strategically right under the word the. And I did color my staples to be red, so you could kind of see it a little bit. And so that's all that's going to happen with that picture. And then my little title and my list are going to go here. So I didn't actually write my list out. I thought I wrote my list out for all of them, but apparently I didn't. All right, so I'm gonna go. I need to write my list out, and so I'm gonna put reasons. And then what I did was I pulled out some stickers because I need the word to make this little thing make sense. So I was kind of thinking about actually using a to, but I think I just want to write the word to. And then I also want to put a little bit of something on the pictures as well. So let's work on all that, and I'll go ahead and fast forward and show you the process of doing that. Okay. So I was on the struggle bus a little bit with that journaling card because the letters that I worked for the two just didn't feel like they fit right. So I did go in and I got I have these little chit chat verb ideal Tim Holtz books, and I picked a 2 from that thing. I think it matched a lot better. And then, I don't know, I was struggling with the placement of these little stickers. I just wanted to add these little circle stickers to each of the pictures. And then I kind of feel like I want this to be magnetic down, but I would have to add a piece of paper to put the little magnet here, which I could do that, but I'm just going to see if it kind of flattens out as it's in the book. And I do want to, of course, write my list. So I'm going to do that right now, and then I'll come right back. So I went ahead and wrote down my reasons, if you want to read those real quick. And then now I think this is pretty much what I'm going to do for this page. Okay, so our next page is going to be story 4, which is reasons I love shopping. So I went ahead and wrote down all of the reasons on these little cards. Now I had originally put in, when I did my foundation pages, I did this card. So I decided against using this card, so we'll just put that back into the mix for next time. And then I'm going to put this up here, and I think I'm going to add a couple of these little stickers, and these are from Pink Little Studios and their 2021 collection. So I've had these a while, but I'm going to kind of add these intermittently throughout here. I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to do that yet, but we'll figure that out. And then for the pictures, I just want to add 2 little word stickers to these pictures. So here's a picture of, we went to a little vintage flea market. Me, my mom, my sister, and my niece all went to a little flea market. And I want to put this little sticker that says, treasure these magical moments. So I'm just going to put this up here. I'm going to kind of cover up the I want to kind of cover up the umbrellas just a little bit, but I don't want to cover up the flea market. So I'm kind of strategically putting these kind of in front of the umbrellas, but still keeping, hopefully they can still see the flea market. And then this was a really big find. So this particular flea market has a store attached to it, vintage mall. And this little guy right here is a See's candy dish. My sister has one of these as well. She actually got hers from See's, and I love this little candy dish. I've loved it for years, and I found it at this little flea market on this particular day. So now my sister and I both have one. So I'm just going to put this little thing that says the simple joys of the season. So those are going to be the pictures. Okay, so that's that page. And then the little reasons will go up here. And then I do want to put something here. I thought I had something picked out for that, but I don't see it in my... Oh, this one's cute. I don't think this was it, but it's kind of cute. These are a few of my favorite things. I like that. Let's just go with that. So what these pictures are is, this is a thrift store near me that I love going to. Black Friday, they had a 50% off all of their Christmas stuff. Actually, I think the whole store was 50% off. So I found these salt and pepper shakers that matched my dishes that I got at Dollar Tree probably 20 years ago. And then we went to this Orange Circle antique mall, and I found some really cute, and then I found a whole bunch of mugs there that matched my Christmas set and a little sugar dish. And then I went to this other thrift store that I loved, and I found a bunch of goodies, Christmas goodies as well there. So those are what those pictures are. So that's definitely, this little sentiment is, these are a few of my favorite things, is definitely correct, because I love these stores and I love all the stuff that I got at there. So I just want to decide if I want to pop this up or make it flat. I'm just going to do it flat. And anytime I do anything on the outside pocket, I like to use red line tape, because I just feel like it adheres better to the plastic. Okay. And then, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to put together these little cards. Actually, let me do this one really quick. I'm just going to do music and get this one done real quick. So let's do that first. Okay, so now that I got this card done, we're cleaning as we go. Clean as we go. Okay, so this card's going to go in here. Is that how I want it? Or do I want this card to be over here? Hold on, now I think I might switch it up. I think I might switch it up. Okay, I'll make that decision after I finish this card. Okay, so I have an idea for this card. I'm very excited about it. I love it when inspiration strikes. I feel like this is too big, but we're gonna make it work. We're just gonna do it. Okay. So I have my little shopping here. This is from Pink Little Studios, Pretty Little Studios. Is that what it's called? Pretty Little Studios? Yeah, Pretty Little Studios. And basically I have this journaling card from Elle Studios. And I was thinking I want to cut this out, and then I want to put all these things in here like they're in this bag. So we're going to cut this out. I do want to leave a little bit of a border around the shopping bag, just so it's not like, just so when I cut the string part out, I don't have to go exactly around the string perfectly. Now the question is, do I just cut the string off altogether? Okay, now I'm going to go in with my X-Acto knife So now I'm just going to take this X-Acto knife. Okay, I find it really hard to use an X-Acto knife when you're trying to cut a circle. So now that I have most of it cut out, I'm just going to go in with my scissors and cut the rest of it. All right, well, it is the next day. I walked away from my table and then just started doing other things. And then the day just got away from me. So we are going to finish this up today, hopefully. So my thought process was to have these kind of like, that they were like in the bag, you know? And then I was going to hang the little, okay. So I kind of think that's the layout I want. Now, if I put this on puffy tape, I'm going to have to put this on puffy tape because I want this kind of on top of this. I just don't know. I just don't know. Let me, okay. So now the question is, do I want this on puffy tape? I don't think I need to. Okay, then I'm going to put this shopping and then reasons I love. This is number 4. I think it's going to come up here. I'm going to cut the top off a little bit. Yep, I think that's what it's going to be. I like it. Okay, so I think I'm just going to glue the candy cane just right at the edge. Okay, and then I'm just going to strategically place some glue. Okay, I like it. I'm going to leave that washi tape on there. No one will know. Okay. Oh my gosh, I think that's super cute. I like it. All right, so we've got this and then we've got this. Now I need to decide. I think it makes more sense for the title to be on this side and then the reasons on this side. I feel like that makes more sense. So that's how I'm going to do it. I just love it when like journaling cards like this just inspire you. I was very inspired to make that little shopping basket or shopping bag. Okay, so this one is done now. So we're going to put that in the book. And then 5 is on this other back page. And 5 is probably going to be a fairly quick one. I'm going to, which is a good thing because 6 is not going to be. So I want to do reasons I love. And then I'm going to do to collect. So I'm going to cut this out. Reasons I love, and then I think I'm going to use the same. Actually, let me see if there's any in here because these are a little bit bigger. Do I have the word to? Yes, I do. Nice. Let me actually trim that down a little bit. Okay, reasons I love to collect. Do I want that straight, crooked? I think I want it straight. All right, I don't know what to do first. Let's just put this here. Reasons I love to collect. Does it need anything else? I kind of feel like it doesn't. Okay, so then what I was going to do with this found, I have a sticker. Okay, so I found the sticker. It says Bits and Pieces of Christmas. I just think I want it to say Bits and Pieces. And then I'm going to do Bits and Pieces Found. That's why I cut this, because I wanted to use both of these words. And that way they match. Bits and Pieces of Christmas Found. Bits and Pieces Found. Bits and Pieces Found. Bits and Pieces Found. Bits and Pieces of Christmas Found. Bits and Pieces. I kind of like the of Christmas, but I don't feel like it's going to fit on the card. Bits and Pieces of Christmas Found. Oh no. I can't add it to that bucket. Oh shit. I closed this bucket up. Dang it. Shoot. Oh God. Let's move that out of the way for a second. All right, so we're just gonna glue this. I don't know. I could probably just do it right from this, but I don't want to. Okay, we're just gonna glue this onto this little paper onto the back of this photo. So I can put all this stuff on this back of this photo. And it's not directly onto the photo. Okay, so we're going to do 5. And then we're going to do... See, I could do Bits and Pieces and then of Christmas. You know what? I'm going to try it. I kind of like the of Christmas. Okay, and then that's just dying to have something put there. Little star. Here's a little pink star. Why not? And then let's put some on here now. Using these up is just killing me. It's killing me. I don't want to use these. But I can't just keep hoarding them every year. Like I want like another little set over here. Done. Oh, wait. Okay, and then I think I was going to add, like I found a sticker to add to each of these pictures. Okay, we're going to add a little ribbon to the top of this. Okay, that's number 5. Done. Okay, so number 6 is going to be a little bit more complicated. But I have it all mapped out, so hopefully it won't take too long. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to add these little photo corners. Actually, you know what? The first thing that I'm going to do, just lost that piece of plastic. It went away. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to write all of the stuff in the spots. So let me do that and then I'll come back. Okay, so I got everything written down. I'm going to do the little title right here, so I'll do that in a second. But the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put down these little photo corners. I just want to jazz up this little box a little bit more. And then I put this on some pretty thick washi puffy tape. So it's going to say on my wish list. And then I did write out all of my wishes here, and then I wrote my reasons here. So I'm going to, and I used these really cool, clear Post-it notes. And then I like kind of mapped it all out and wrote them all out on the little Post-it notes. So I can make sure that, you know, so for like this one, I put like laughing with the people I love, like that kind of thing. So I was able to kind of map them all out. And then I'm going to cover up the word December with this little reasons I love. I just don't want the word December on here. It's going to say reasons I love, and then I'm going to use letter. I'm going to use letter stickers to write the word making a wish list. And then I just have little cute stickers that I'm going to put on all of the little things. So I do have another dice. There it is. I'm going to put this cute little camera sticker here. And then I actually have these little dice, and I specifically picked the 20, the 2 and the 5, so that it'll say 25. Puffy sticker for this little spot right here. And another little puffy sticker to go here. And I'm going to use the green line to make it look like it's the little thing that's hanging from the thing. And then let's see, and then I'm going to put this little Merry and Bright over here just to add something to that little spot. And then I have a Fa La La sticker somewhere. There it is. Add to this little label. Okay, so my alarm just went off and I have to leave in 30 minutes. So I've got to get this done. All right, so we're just going to put a little bit of hearts down here. Okay, perfect. Okay, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to put this little 6 right here. And then we're going to use letter stickers to say making a wish list, but that's going to be a lot of stickers. And then we're going to put the word list. And then we're going to just use the word list. I'm going to make it with these ones. Reasons I love making a wish list. And I didn't have to spell all those words out. Okay, they have this little arrow that I made that I'm just going to put right here to kind of signify that those were the reasons. Okay. The last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually add in these little brads to these little holes, because I just think it adds a little something to it. And it gives the page some dimension. So this little tiny one. So I love this. I think it's so cute. This is definitely one of those things where I was totally 100% inspired by this piece of paper to do this list. And I've been thinking about this since I received this piece of paper back in September of last year. So I think this turned out so cute. Reasons I love making a wish list, and then on my wish list, because I was trying to figure out how I could do the list and then also do the wishes. So it's perfect. So the first one we worked on today was number 2, which is reasons I love decorating the Christmas tree. And then the third one is reasons I love to deck the halls. And then the reasons are all right here. And I love that interactive element. And then the reasons I love shopping. Got some cute pictures, all of my reasons up here. And then the next one is reasons I love to collect. And then I have all the little bits and pieces I found for the year, this year. And then I have this one sitting, this little acetate page sitting on top of this, which I think is so cute. It just adds that little something to that page. And then when you flip that, you have the reasons I love making a wish list, and then my actual wish list. This will be outside of the pocket. Tomorrow I'll put it on there when I do the number 7. But yeah, so that was my video for today. Hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Bye.